Welcome everyone back. And today I have a new guest. We met just a couple of weeks back, and we've already had like two long conversations. And that's where I came up with the idea that we should do a session together, especially on the subject of relationships, health, and career. Because what I've noticed is that in the chase of career and finances, people often compromise two main things: health and relationships. Basically, all kinds of relationships, family, romance, friends, all kinds of relationships uh, are often compromised simply for the pursuit of career, finances, of, you know, tangible material things. And who better than Ruhini, who is a spiritual and business coach, to guide us about where does the balance lie. Welcome, welcome, Rohini, to the show.
Thank you, Krishiv. Pleased to be here.
Can you briefly share your journey and what shaped your views on balance between career and health, relationships, recreation?
Yeah, if I go to my earlier career days, to be very honest, I was also one among those who follow the rat race, who were just crazy about career, success, money, and I was too ambitious. I had no time for relationships. I had no time to look after my health. I was too much engrossed with this, so-called workaholic syndrome, 24 by 7, multitasking, working late hours, completing the task in time, being more productive, being the star performer. These were the terms which I used to, relate myself to. This continued for a long time, and then I realized that, I'm becoming lonely. There is some emotional numbness which is creeping inside me, some kind of stress. I'm losing patience, becoming irritable over small issues. I didn't have anyone to rely on, and when time was difficult or some challenges were there, I did not know whom to talk to because there was no one. The bonds were broken. I lost the social circle. I lost my friends because I was too much into work. I had no time for anything else. Then I realized that I need to take a full stop here and see what is happening. All of a sudden, I felt that something is not going well. My behavioral issues started cropping up. So then I thought, better go in an introspection mode and understand what is happening actually in my life. I was just running. So I thought I need to slow down. And then a kind of a self-awareness emerged, a self-realization emerged, where I felt that I'm going too much into it, and the other aspects of life, our life is governed by four parameters: your career and vocation, your time and money freedom, your health and well-being, and love and relationships. And I was putting too much effort into one aspect, the other aspects were ignored and completely neglected, which created a kind of imbalance in my life. And that came on my behavioral issues, that came on my health issues. Fortunately, didn't much health issues, but I overstressed, feeling tired, and then gaining a lot of weight. All of a sudden, from where it came up, I did not know. So this was when I started to think that what I need to do with my life, where I am right now. Do I need to pursue the same way I am living right now, or I need to make a shift, a change there? So this is where the conscious living started in me, that I need to redefine my system or my uh, story or my way of living, where I can have more balance in my life and I can have that fulfillment which we all long for. You know, we have one life and we have to live it to the fullest. And when we put focus on one thing, the other things get lost. But we don't realize it. We realize it so late when the things are done and the bonds are broken. We have health issues. We don't have time for ourselves. The me time is lost and the relationships are broken. No one is there to help and support when we need. So this is an early, that was the time when I realized that I need to check in what I need to do now. This is where I felt that a balance among these four parameters is very important if you need to live a fulfilled life.
It just feels like somebody's sharing my experience, because recently even I've been going through something very similar. One thing that has really helped me is to slow down. Whatever
Yes.
whatever I do, if I do it calmly, it uh it, it sort of reduces the friction. And I noticed that I'm less tired after doing the same thing that earlier I was maybe rushing, often trying to get more things done, and rushing through the to-do list can sometimes cause a lot of stress. So maybe pick and choose less things, but then do them with a calm mm, mind. Often
Yes,
quote, less is more. So
absolutely.
sometimes a little less in one area of life could mean holistically more in every other area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's say if you make a small compromise in one area of your life, it will add on to all the other areas of life. That would lead to a more holistic and meaningful life.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong in chasing success. Like, it's an important part of our life. Our career is an important part. We need money. We need to have a
Definitely.
luxurious life. We need to have a great lifestyle. But there are other parameters where we need to shift our focus also, that, they are equally important in our life. And we have to create a balance between all these areas so that we can have that fulfillment, we can live the life to the fullest. Not that it will come on us, we are putting focus on one thing and other things are getting neglected, and in the long term you are ending up, whatever money you are earning, it's spent on the healthcare. And whenever
Exactly.
you need someone, there is no one to support, no one to guide, no one to mentor, and you end up in isolation, loneliness, and then what is there left? Nothing.
Exactly. Exactly. Whatever extra money was made will not lead to happiness, but it will, it's like you made maybe double the money. All that extra money goes into medication. So
True.
ultimately, it was of no use to stress yourself with those extra
Like,
uh, projects, because that came to you and it went to the mm,
healthcare. Yeah, medication. Yeah,
medicines, doctor consultations, all these.
true.
It
Yeah, I mean, you need to define your success.
limits.
You need to define what success means to you.
Exactly.
What aligns with you most? What is that is which is important to you? What is important to you may not be important to someone else.
Yes.
You don't need to go into a comparison mode. You need don't need to wait for the external validation. You need to define what success means to you. You need to have your own terminology for that, and you need to live by that, right? So instead of accepting anything what is happening in the market, picking up anything just because someone is earning more because of this particular area or particular career stream, I also need to fall into that. Not necessary. You need to understand what aligns with you, who you are at the core, what means more important to you, what is significant to you, what is that brings you happiness, and what is that with which you can create a balance in your life and create a fulfillment.
Something that works for you.
Yes, not just go for the social conditioning. You have to do multitasking. The social status is because of your money, your achievements. You need to define your achievements, your success, what it means to you, what you can
Actually,
contain, what you can handle.
to be honest, even if people come to know that you have achieved something big, I don't think they really care that much, because everyone is dealing with their battles.
Right.
Even if I get to know that, let's say, Ruhini won, for example, a national award or something, at the most, I'm going to say congratulations. I'm really happy. I might even call you. We'll speak for 4 minutes, five, but then eventually, even I'm going to move on with my projects, with my battles.
Agree.
So even that result that we crave for is very short lived. The attention must be paid on the process. Is the process feeling right? Because the process leads to the result.
Exactly.
In your
Agree.
professional experience, how common is it to see people sacrificing health, relationships for career success?
Yes, it's very common to see that people often neglect, your relationships, your health and well-being at the cost of their career or success. The social conditioning is such that, 25 by 7 work, being workaholic or multitasking, working late hours brings you a sense of pride. You give so much importance to these things that other things are being neglected. Your success is not measured by the amount of relationships, the meaningful relationships you have, or the health and well-being you are having, a good health you are having. It's measured by the social status, the money, the achievements you have. If it's not it's not real success. The thought is like, if it has not costed you everything, it's not real success. Like, being busy is the trend. Comparison analysis, comparative analysis with other people, what they have achieved and where I am, you know, waiting for the external validations. So these are the norms. These are the social conditioning things which are so much nurtured in us from the childhood, that we forget to live the way we want to live. Actually, we forget to live with our passion. We forget our values. We forget what aligns with us. We only think what is happening in the market, what brings me more money. We are just glued to that. We are just focused for that. And then the whole story changes because we become so glued to that part, and we start working late hours, whatever it takes you. So other things get neglected. So we are never taught that we need a healthy life balance. We need to live a healthy life. Our health is a priority. We need to have good relationships. So when all these things get disbalanced, so even if you are working good, or your career is flourishing, or you're earning money. But then when other things fall flat, this also affects your career side also. So this is happening.
Totally. And I think that if at all you want to, let's say, make more money, then the whole science would be how to make more from the same amount of time, how to increase your value per
Value.
hour, per minute. That should be
True.
focus, and one way to do that is to constantly be working on yourself, and I call this personal development.
Right.
What are the hidden costs of neglecting relationships and health in the chase of success?
What I have observed in my, my tenure, that, when you go so much after, when you're too much focused into career success, other things are just gone. Gradually, you start, getting into a state of emotional distress. You start feeling lonely. uh, you start, you don't have anyone to talk to. Whenever time hits hard, there is no one you can share your challenges with, your problems with, or someone who can guide you. You don't know whom to catch hold of. You regret, but at a later stage, that, if I could have, developed some good ties, I could have had good friends or good relationships at place, so probably I would not have landed today in this place. Then this regret causes an emotional disturbance. Your emotional well-being gets disturbed, and then it affects your physical health. Gradually the stress starts mounting in, an emptiness starts building in, and it impacts your health. Gradually it starts accumulating, and then it results in any kind of disease: hypertension, anxiety, panic attacks, or heart diseases. It can lead to anywhere where, you may not have thought about it, but you may think that it's a physical health issue which has cropped up, but you don't know the real reason or real root causes. Something when you didn't pay much attention to other things in your life. You were too focused in your career, money, you were too busy there. You lost your sleep, you overstressed, you lost your appetite, your metabolism got disturbed, and then it resulted into your health challenges.
How can one identify early signs of an imbalance in life?
Yeah, actually it's very tough part in
So,
this
so
journey, because
let's begin with
yeah,
the feeling of stress and the feeling
yeah,
of burnout.
because these symptoms are generally invisible. Initially, you can't figure out, but your mind, body, it starts giving you signals. You start feeling numb. You start feeling that emptiness starts, creeping in. Body starts to accumulate stress, early fatigue. You feel tired. Not just tired, you feel you are drained. Overthinking problems, you can cut off that overthinking issue. You start become irritable over small issues, small petty issues. Your behavior changes. You start, I would say, a socially disconnect person you become. You start avoiding gatherings, parties, friends. You cut off yourself from social circles. You feel, and you become kind of an isolated person. You love isolation, you love be isolated, and you don't like gatherings, you don't like to be in the crowd. It affects your confidence level also, like, you don't know how to put yourself, showcase yourself in the crowd, or among your friends or your relatives, or this kind of things start happening gradually. Then poor appetite. Maybe it could lead to overeating or undereating. It could lead to poor sleep issues. Definitely when you were work late hours, so your sleep gets disturbed. So that also impacts your health. Your physical health gets disturbed, your emotional health gets disturbed. So holistically you're losing, you're not following your, if you want to do, the things you used to enjoy, you will lose joy in that also. You don't feel like doing those things, you lose interest, basically you lose patience. So a lot of behavioral issues start coming up in you. So these are the early sign warnings, and then they accumulate over a period of time, and then where they burst, you don't know.
This was an insightful session, and I think a lot of young people are going to resonate with the session. And I would like to leave all of you with a message. Yes, do work hard on your career, but do not forget to focus on your health every single day.
Yes.
And over the weekends, at least, try to take out some time for social gatherings.
Develop conscious living.
Conscious living.
Redefine your
Yes,
Develop conscious living. Redefine your terms of success. What success means to you. Go for a gradual growth, a sustainable growth. Don't follow the fast pace only. Bring awareness. Understand what aligns with you more. What brings joy and peace to you. Create your own term of success and then live with that. Don't go for the external validation. Don't compare yourself with others' achievements. You are unique in your way. You have just one life to live. Live it to the fullest. Make it more meaningful. Live your dreams. But don't forget that other parts in life are equally important. Because if you start forgetting these things, neglecting these things, then ultimately what will happen is it will impact your career and success also. You will lose the, when your
yes,
health is challenged, your relationships are challenged, a chaos is created in your life, and that chaos will impact. When you are not in good health, you will not even enjoy the work or career or the success, the work hours which you are putting there, or the more efforts you are putting there, you will start losing that also. So conscious living is very important. What you want, define it and live with it. This is my message to the people.
perfect. This was a very wise message, and focus on sustaining this lifestyle that you're about to create.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Krishu. It was pleasure meeting you and giving me an opportunity to talk about this balancing health, career, and relationships. Thank you so
Thanks to
much.
you for sharing your knowledge, experience, and this will really help people across all age groups. Yes, thank you.